This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
The aftermath of every social revolution brings about change. Cultural norms and landmarks shift as our minds and hearts expand beyond the familiar. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose in the land of the living. This is our time to renew, revive, and restore the hope lost to the busyness of life. This is our time to dig again and rebuild from the storms of our past on a solid footing that holds. Welcome to The Foundation.
The Foundation.
The Foundation is brought to you in part by Alive, Ron's Electric, Bonneville Bones, Foreign Currency, Jones Department Store, Atos Holdings, Burger King, and Fidelity Bank.
The Foundation. Foundation.
Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business.
3.
Mama, please don't.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant and your company, The Foundation. We're here live and in full effect. It is a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous day. Grateful to be in your company. They started off January with a bang, and they definitely ended it with a bang. I just want to be as decent as possible as we talk about those things. I want to thank all those persons that continue to sponsor the show. I thank you for being able to commit those things. Today, we got to dive deeper into it because the show is going to take a little different turn today as we talk about Small Business Thursday. Right off the bat, I wanted to be able to bring a very good friend in the studio and talk about a great deal of things. Now, you normally hear him at the end of the show, but you'll see exactly what we have laid out for you. All right? Today, I want to be able to introduce you to none other than Ian Thomas, all the way from Direct Marketers, being able to do his great thug fizzle as he continues to be able to talk about what they're doing and how they're bringing things forward. I am grateful for him to be able to be here with me and talk about these things. My brother, good morning, good afternoon. How you doing today?
Hey, Howard, man. Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm always good, man. God is good.
Good. Well, good afternoon, Bahamas. My name is Ian Thomas. I'm from Direct Marketers. As you may not know, or you may know, Direct Marketers is a marketing company, and we specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. So if you have a business or a business idea and you want to know how viable it is, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. That's 552-0212.
I'm not going to fight you, sir. You don't want to hit the rhythm today? I'm not going to say, hey,
I was going to hit it. I mean, time's limited.
I'm not going to fight you.
Time's limited. You know, last week while we spoke about the generator?
Yes.
Yeah, and
no, I got a few calls. They said, Howard, did I send you some numbers?
Yes, I think you did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
you think
cool.
you did. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if I think earlier this week they sent out an e-blast or something on WhatsApp talking about the different times that there were going to be power outages throughout the island. If you don't want to be at the mercy of the power company, I encourage you to go ahead and give JS Steel a call at 327-4504. The reason why you want to give them a call right now, they're offering you the new EcoFlow, the new EcoFlow. It's a generator. It's not the traditional generator that you guys are accustomed to, those big generators that sit in the back of your yard. This is something that's small and compact. It's portable. You can travel with it wherever you want to go. It can be placed anywhere in your house. And if you have an electrician, he could wire it straight into your the panel in your house. So when the electricity goes off, 3, 4, 5 seconds, And in some instances, not at all. You won't even see a difference. The power comes straight in. This power, this new power box, like I said, has an incredible battery inside, and the battery lasts a very long time. You want a battery with a long life expectancy? You're going to get this when you get yourself the new EcoFlow, and also the Delta Pro. The Delta Pro is a small smart box that would go ahead and connect to your electric panel, and for it to come straight in like an automatic transfer switch. But if you want a portable generator that you can carry to your family's house here locally in Nassau, you're going to the family island, you want to go down there, you know how frequent the power goes out down there, you want to get yourself the new EcoFlow. Go ahead, Pat.
I have to laugh when you say carry to your family's house.
You can get your family.
No, I get mad at them. They ain't got no power.
Seriously.
You're a wild nigga.
Well, sometimes there's electricity outage, and you say, you know what, I'm going to go sleep over by Tim's house. I'm going to sleep over by Judy's house, and you say, I'm going to carry this because there's no electricity there at the moment. I'm not saying that Tim and Judy they don't have electricity. I'm just saying that the power might be out.
Tim, here, happy Merry Christmas. Take this with you, right?
This is wonderful, man. This is wonderful, Howard. Don't make fun of it. If you want a generator and you don't want to spend those thousands and thousands of dollars, you can start off as low as $335, and the prices go as high as $4,224. That's VAT included, and the system is upgradable, so you can purchase one, but if you need more power, you can even purchase more. This can run almost everything in your house. A friend of mine bought one, and how they have it hooked up. Well, first of all, I want to say it's eco-friendly. So it's no gasoline, no diesel, no propane tanks needed. It's just in there. You take it in your house. You can connect
carbon monoxide emissions.
No power monoxide. Very good. That's wonderful. And how is it charged? You charge it while your electricity is on right now. You charge it up. It stays charged, it holds that charge, and when you need it, at the right time, you take it out and you plug it in. Imagine, electricity goes off, your television's on now, your fan's on now, your refrigerator's on now, and even in some instances, your air conditioner is on. But a lot of people use it right now, and the air conditioners are running. They have it where, like I said, it's upgradable. It can run your entire house, including the central air system. You want something brand new, that's new on the market. Get yourself the new EcoFlow generator. The phone number is 327-4504. 327-4504. Some people say I speak pretty quickly, so I'm going to slow it down. Give them a call right now for the EcoFlow generator. Wonderful device. It's a charging station, and the phone number is 327-4504. Give them a call. You can even call for George. He says you can even WhatsApp him, because they've been inundated with phone calls last week after I was on with Howard, and Howard asked all the great questions, and people were so happy about the information. Phone number once again, 327-4504, 327-4504, or call George on his WhatsApp, or WhatsApp him, 558-5152, 558-5152, 558-5152. Get yourself this generator. You are going to love it. Don't be at the mercy of the power station when the electricity goes out. Also, Howard is always talking about healthy and people being healthy and making sure to go to the doctor and for your regular checkups. If you have a doctor and you don't feel too comfortable with that individual right now, or you're looking for a new doctor's office even, I want you to go and check out Eastwood Family Practice. They're located number 50 Rosetta Street, right there in the middle of town, right square in the middle of town. The phone number, I'll give you the phone number, 698-0935. 698-0935, 698-0935. They're on Mount Royal Avenue and between Mount Royal Avenue and Montrose Avenue, right there on Rosetta Street. So if you're not doing well, I want you to go and check them out. They offer complete medical evaluation, and they want to make healthcare more affordable to everybody. The facility is operated by Dr. Adrian Roll, wonderful physician over 24 years. And right now, for the entire month of January, well, that's gone now, so no need to worry about that. But going into the rest of February, pardon me, individuals suffering from diabetes, if you're a diabetes sufferer, you can go in for a free glucose check so the doctor can determine if your diabetes is being managed correctly, because that could be that could be a deciding factor of how you move forward. You need to have your diabetes checked properly and make sure that it's managed properly, and that's so important. He says make sure let the individuals know that. The general and public, you guys are welcome to go in for free blood pressure checks. That's a wonderful thing. Men needing a prostate test, this can be done easily through a blood test, and only if the doctor sees an elevation in your PSA, some abnormalities, then he would go ahead and request additional testing. So that's something. So don't be afraid, guys. Don't be afraid at all. Eastwood Family Practice also offers in-house labs, and they prescribe prescription drugs that can be filled just blocks away at a pharmacy.
Where are they located? You said
they're located right there on Rosetta Street, right in the middle of Mount Royal Avenue and Montrose Avenue. It's right there on the northern side of the street. You can't miss it. Dr. Adrian Roll, Eastwood Family Practice. Wonderful place to go if you're not feeling well. What else I wanted to tell you? Oh, yeah, I wanted to let you know that also if you need health certificates, you can go there. Police officers, you guys listening, or if you know a police officers, prison officers, defense force officers, along with Kalina insurance policyholders, you guys can save big right now with no copay on your annual physical. So that's another positive reason to go there. And individuals who are not feeling well and you are legitimately ill, you can stop by and allow the doctor to see you so you can get the proper documentation in the form of a sick slip and to be able to give to them. Those needing to know their status as it relates to STDs and STIs, that's of course a sexually transmitted disease, you want to call Eastwood Family Practice or visit them, and they check for 6 different types of STDs. Now it's $30 for each infection that you want to check for, or you can just pay one flat rate of $75. You can check, or they will check for you, for gonorrhea, chlamydia, hepatitis B, syphilis, herpes, and trichomonas. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, that's a panel of 6 for $75. Gonorrhea, chlamydia, hepatitis B, syphilis, herpes, and trichomonas. So if you're feeling a little funny down there,
I really got to go and find out what the trichomonia is.
It's out there. It's out there.
It sounds tricky.
Yeah, like I said, if you're feeling a little itchy or irritated down there and you want to go and check yourself out, go down there and check them out. The phone number is 698-0935, 698-0935. Individuals suffering from ED, that's erectile dysfunction. You guys, you can go there. Now, guys, don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. You're not as strong and virile and all those other adjectives that we can use right now, like you were in your 20s and maybe even in your 30s. You're getting up there in age. Your member, your magic stick is not.
Okay.
It's not.
I see you keep trying to feel some words.
Yeah, it's not working like it used to. Yeah. Some guy called me and says, "Hey, listen here, Ian, man, look, I got a young wife." And
that's what they say.
This is a serious thing what I say right now. And he say, "Man, things ain't really happening in the bedroom like that." Guys, it's very important. Go down there, get yourself checked. It could be something as easily dressed as maybe a pill or something like that. Or sometimes we have to go a little bit further. If you are having any difficulties in the bedroom, getting that strong erection that you've missed from yesteryear, go down there and check them out. Eastwood Family Practice. Get yourself all checked out. Also, I want to let you guys know, right now at Eastwood Family Practice, they also offer comprehensive obstetrics and gynecological services, ideal for those expecting mothers.
They're all around.
Yeah, all around, I'm telling you. Women who've been diagnosed with a Bartholian cyst, which is a condition where the vagina appears to be inflamed or swollen or tender, you guys don't have to worry. Dr. Roll has helped many women remedy this irritation. As it relates to children, to your little young ones, kids are so important to get their immunization shots, and this too is available at Eastwood Family Practice. Diabetics needing wound care, that's dressing, the dressing and the medication needed mostly for the legs, where this occurs. You guys can go to Eastwood Family Practice, and just in a matter of weeks, you can see a remarkable result with the proper attention that's given to any of those sores that might break out if you're dealing with wound care. Individuals who have been dealing with that unbearable pain of ingrown toenails, you got relief. That's so important. You can give them a call, 698-0935, 698-0935. And also individuals who have skin problems like acne, blemishes, and dark marks. You too can go down there and be seen by the doctor. Lastly, If you're an asthma sufferer and they have asthma examinations and treatments, there's only one place to go. That's number 50 Rosetta Street between Mount Royal Avenue and Montrose Avenue. That's Eastwood Family Practice. They're open Monday through Saturday. Dr. Roll, and the phone number is 698-0935, 698-0935. That's some good information, isn't it?
That's a lot of information.
That's a lot of information.
They touch everything.
Yeah, they touch everything.
Yeah.
That's so. Now, hey, no matter if you live in the East Howard or any place else on the island, I want you guys to go to one of my favorite places to hang out. Now, this is a different place. It's brand new. It's located on Prince Charles, just there before you reach Elizabeth Estates, and it's on the opposite side of the street. So that's on the northern side. It's a sports bar by the name of Shot O'Clock. You got this, Howard? Write it down. Shot O'Clock. This place is amazing. It has good vibes, great music. It's extremely safe.
Is it located?
Safe to go to. It's right on Prince Charles, right before you reach Elizabeth Estates, on the northern side of the street. Shot O'Clock. I live in the east, so I pass it all
Just
the time.
before you get to the police station?
Yeah, it's before you reach the police station on the opposite side of the street. So if you're on Prince Charles and you're heading east and you pass the gas station, that's Esso Station, you keep on going up there and you look to your left, you're going to see it. It's before the plaza that has all those other businesses in it. It's right on the side.
Yeah.
It's Shot O'Clock. Wonderful, wonderful place. It's ran by Mr. Carey. It's a sports bar. It's a wonderful place, like I said. The place is amazing, like I said. You'll go ahead and when you're there, you want something nice to eat, you'll enjoy the juiciest, most tender and seasoned cracked conch and fritters. Not to mention their authentic island-style conch salad. That is good, and it's packed with big chunks of conch. Last Friday night, I stopped by, and me and Mr. Carey, we spoke, and he said, Ian, listen, we have a new recipe for our grilled shrimp, and I want you to try it. And I tried it, and it was incredible. I almost ate my fingers off. Wonderful, wonderful grilled shrimp. It was so moist and filled with lots of flavor, not too spicy, and you can taste the freshness of the shrimp coming through in every bite. That was definitely a 10 out of 10. Now, my neighbor, she's pretty greedy.
That's wild.
She's very greedy.
She can hear you right now.
Yeah. She's driving. She know what I'm talking about.
This
She
is
got
a lot.
she got the mixture of the grilled pork and the pork chop, and she got that to go. And when she called me back the next day, she's told me how much her entire family enjoyed it. Every morsel, she said, was great, especially how the entire order was drizzled with the chef's secret marinated sauce. Man, she raved about that for days. Now, this is Shot O'Clock, ladies and gentlemen. The phone number there is 826. You know what? He told me to use another number. I'm going to look for the other number, but while I'm still looking, I'm going to look for that and get that. I'm just going to give out this number right now. 826-8123. 826-8123. Go down there. That's Mr. Carey. He says, come there and check it out. You know what? He says, use this number instead. 445-6645. Let me change this number here for myself. Howard, you writing this down, please, sir?
Do they call you, or because people normally call me for your number? Right? And then they want to know how you get to these other persons.
Okay, well, you can
so
call me.
So they're still going to call you.
Yeah, you're still going to give me a call. But if you want to call Shot O'Clock and make an order, I'm going to go ahead and sponsor someone's 2 dinners this weekend.
This is excellent.
This is great.
Yeah.
So the number there is 445-6645, 445-6645, 445-6645. That's Shot O'Clock. It's on Prince Charles. Wonderful place, like I said. I talked about how my neighbor had gotten that nice pork chop and the grilled pork. That was great. Remember, their grill master is there from Thursday to Saturday. So stop by and you can have all the proof you need. Now, in the daytime, it's so convenient to go there for lunch and order lunch. You can pop in any day of the week, and you can try their fried wings and fried shrimp, chicken burgers, hamburgers, mouth-watering cheesy quesadillas, and fettuccine. That's their house favorite. And to wash it all down, they offer an array of Shot O'Clock special blended signature drinks. So when you and your co-workers, maybe tomorrow, you want something different for lunch, tell them, hey, let's check out Shot O'Clock. You guys will definitely love it. You won't be disappointed. They're open late every night from Wednesday to Saturday. The phone number, once again, 445-6645. Call them right now You know what? I'm going to choose somebody. You guys WhatsApp me. I'm going to give a free lunch to somebody for tomorrow. Give me a call. WhatsApp me.
5520212.
That's my number, 5520212.
Yeah.
Shot o'clock number, 445-6645. I just want to talk about one more company before I go, Howard. Is that good with you?
That's good. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Lil General. I ain't talking about Lil General a little while. Lord, you remember Lil General?
I remember them.
You been there as a child, hey?
No.
you didn't go there?
You have to remember, I'm not from Nassau.
Oh, you were from Nassau? Okay,
I'm from
then.
8 Borough.
Okay, well, you should
But
have
when
moved
I
to Nassau.
came here,
Yeah, you would have gone there as a
when I
child.
came here, Lil General was the spot.
I
This
see
is
my
where you
friend
go.
Terry Cunningham calling me. Hey, Terry, what's up? I call you in a little bit. Hey, listen here. Lil General Convenience Store. These guys have been a staple, Howard, in the Nassau for years. They're located East Street South, and everyone can remember, just like me, going to them as a child when it was the only place that we could purchase grocery on a Sunday. I know you guys right now are laughing. That's absolutely true. You guys go there, you get the best price on everything you need for your baby, like baby food and washing detergent. For the newborns, you can get brands like Huggies and Pampers, all that other stuff. You need snacks for schools, you can get it right there. You can get chips and drinks and all the Lunchables you need for the young ones going to school. Nobody has better prices on Capri Sun and Gatorade and Vitamalt. Wonderful price at Lil General. Keep your house clean with all the disinfectants and washing powder, top of the line bleaches, everything you need down there. When it comes to prices, nobody beats Lil General when you want all your meats. So you got chicken leg quarters now on sale, wings, you got turkey portions, you got lamb chop, you got steaks. Wonderful fresh meat down there. Want to make a delicious pot of sauce for this weather right now, how it's just transitioning? Go ahead and get all the ingredients you need. My aunt, she used to call me all the time, said, Ian, please go down there and get that block of cheese. She loved their cheese from down there. She liked to make those sandwiches, and everything's down there so affordable. So they've gone ahead now, and they've added a new section with more stuff in their hair and beauty supply section of the store. And if your child has a project to do, they can pick up all their school supplies as well. Why are you guys still paying those crazy prices at the big food stores when you can go to Lil General, because they're still here, and they'll still be doing what they do? These guys look out for the bottom line. That means your money and your wallet. They want to give those prices back to you. I mean, those savings back to you.
So, do we have a number for Lil General's?
Lil General, their phone number is 325-5798.
5798.
325-5798.
I'm sure they're on Facebook and whatnot.
They're on Facebook too.
Do they do anything special in terms of being able to deliver things to you? Or they didn't do that?
You know what? That's a great question. I'm going to definitely have to ask them that.
Idea.
That's a great question.
If only for a 5-mile radius.
Yeah, that's a wonderful
Just
thing.
to be
Now I know
touching
they ship to the Family Islands.
Yeah.
And that's what they want everybody to know. They ship to the Family Islands, and they're open up until late. They're open up until 11 p.m. So guys, don't forget, you guys want great savings, go to the place where where all the great savings originated. That was Lil General. Or they don't like to say Lil General.
Lil
Family
General.
owned and operated, and they're more than a convenience store to me. They're the place where I can go and find almost everything I need.
I love that. All right, my brother. I'll continue to be able to talk about these things. JS Steele, you got Eastwood Family Practice, Shot O'Clock, and Lil General. You got all the information in here to be able to talk about these things. Ladies and gentlemen, this is none other than Ian Thomas being able to talk to us about
My number.
Oh, yeah. Ian Thomas is definitely talking to us about what Direct Marketers is doing. You got to give him a call, 552-0212.
552-0212.
He'll be able to give you all that information in there. I hate to have him run like this, but today we're going to be able to do something very special. Ian, it is always absolutely wonderful to see you. I sent you a text, my brother, about somebody talking to us about this generator.
Yes.
So I sent that information to you. We're going to be able to see that, and hopefully we see you again. Hopefully.
Sounds good. Hey, hopefully I'll see you next week, Howard.
Absolutely.
Have a great rest of the day, and you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you,
96.9 Guardian Talk Radio, #1 station in the world.
Did he do his own echo? This is a lot. Let's take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Be right back after this.
Anybody see minutes, tell them he was aware. I keep it real, how I feel when I'm speaking in here. What you mean you got a boyfriend, and he from Jamaica? Who cares? Nah, so ain't real, boy. Nah, so ain't no real place. I say, nah, so ain't real, boy. Nah, so ain't no real place. Nah, so ain't real, boy. Nah, so ain't no real place. I say, nah, so ain't real, boy. Nah, so ain't no real place. So I don't know why Keisha ladies sharing here with me. $110. And I can spend $10 on. I can't buy no chicken expensive. I know why you should leave these children here with me. These children so darn rude. Children jumping all over my couch. I just spray inside there.
Bonneville Bones, established in 1970, is the leader in men's fashion in the Bahamas. We're conveniently located in the mall at Marathon and the Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza, and fully stocked with everything you need for all occasions. Our Harbor Bay location is one door north of Alive, with the black and white signage of Bonneville Boutique. Both locations are open from 10 to 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Bonneville Bones and Bonneville Boutique, still the leader in men's fashion. Located in the mall at Marathon and the Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza.
Foreign Currency brings you the African Giant, live in concert, Burna Boy. Burna Boy performing live. Saturday, February 17, taking place at Clifford Park with Burna Boy performing live. Also performing Rich Homie Quan, 38 Afri, Joe Capone, Banks Civelli, Rati Pinder, Bloody, Fat Shot, Puzzle, Judah the Lion, and Jay Shepard. Hosted by Natural Empress, Rika C, Pencil, and Aaron Rain. Music by the country's top DJs, Overdose, DJ Tang, DJ Hennessy, DJ Mad Bull, AJ Unruly, DJ Melody, Spilling the Gate 2024. Saturday, February 17th at Clifford Park with Burna Boy. Get tickets now. The name of the game is to be on the scene.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant and your company, The Foundation, on this absolutely gorgeous Thursday afternoon, February 1st. Happy birthday to my brother. Shout out to all those persons doing a great deal of things. I'm grateful to be here with you if you're celebrating your birthday right now. In the month of the lovers, my youngest brother and my mother celebrating their birthday this month, so happy birthday to them. Got a shout out to my good, decent people over at AFS Insurance Agents and Brokers. They are located number 407 Blue Hill Road South. Check them out. Give them a call, 341-1AFS, 341-1AFS. I hate to kind of run through that segment that we did with Ian, but we got all the information in here. You got to give him a call, 552-0212. Guys, we're here live and in full effect, and we're still in the thick of the thing, right? We are in the midst of it all, and really being able to find out how do we resolve this resolution that we've made to kind of do some great things. We want to be able to go off. We want to try some things new. Maybe we want to be able to have some street pizza and do some stuff in China. In China. Yeah, Howard, we can get further than you because our passport's straight. We're going to talk about that today. And we're here with none other than my very good friends all the way from that side of the world and coming back here to be able to carry you and introduce you to that space, none other than Omar Smith and Anton Lorenzo Bullitt, being able to give us all the information as to exactly what's what. Gentlemen, you got to say good afternoon to the people.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here again with you, Howard. Once again, we going to make that trip to China, all of us, again. Of course, you have been already. You didn't get all the way, but you've been there.
Sir, can we just stop talking about it now?
This is now our 20th anniversary of making these trips to China. We've been in China now for 2 decades now, and we are excited about, this is going to be our first trip to the trade fair since it's the April spring trade fair since COVID. And that is usually the best one. And it's an amazing experience where everyone from all over the world comes to see what's available for the new year for 2024. Because the Chinese New Year happens this month, which is February, and I think February 10th. And right after the New Year, we go into April.
Let's do this.
And
how's the weather? It's chilly. Same thing. It's chilly. Mm-hmm. Is it going to be cold during that time?
No.
It's going to be chilly now. It's chilly now. Okay.
But what I tell people, and this is what I tell people about especially where we're going, because China is, you can't just say, what's the weather like in China? Because China is like the United States of America. Right now, you can get a suntan in some parts of continental USA, and some parts, you can go skiing. So China's the same way. Up north, in the areas like Qingdao, up north China, it's snowing and it's ice cold. But you go down in south, where we go, Guangzhou, and it's pretty warm. Yeah. So the temperature in Guangzhou, where we go for the most part, Hong Kong, Shenzhen area, it is basically exactly like ours, give or take a few degrees.
Yeah?
Yep, exactly.
So it should be good.
Yeah, it's a
great time to travel.
It's an excellent time to travel. As a matter of fact, this particular time of year in China, it's more exciting because the year is just starting. There's a lot of promise and people expectations of great things for the year. New products coming out, and all the factories are at this trade fair, and everyone's coming from around the world with their big budgets and their small budgets to see what's out there and to see how they're going to progress their business, their corporations, their own personal businesses. And it's an amazing time at the world's biggest trade fair. The world's biggest trade fair.
I want to talk about that because when we start to attach this concept and idea of the world, a lot of persons still have this kind of a local mindset as it relates to business. This big business that you're doing. This is, no matter where you are, the exposure that you're getting, right? And understanding the space that you're in, the possibility of being able to expand beyond your imagination exists in China.
Well, see, this is the great thing about what we do on this trip. With our experience now, what we know is that, for the most part, these places, these factories at the trade fair, they like to negotiate, a few 20-foot or 40-foot containers. But we know the strategies in order to get less quantities of these containers, or less than a 20-foot container. But even if there's some products that you can't get there, what we do is we take you to markets where you can buy less than that. You can buy a pallet, you can buy a few boxes. And so our experience of being in China gives you that opportunity to be able to start where you're at. So if you just want to start out, with a few products, you can start out and you can build yourself to where you're shipping 20, 30, 40 containers.
As it relates to shipping, I'd like you to be able to read this text the gentleman just sent to me. Oh, I'm hoping there's a gentleman. I want you to just read that. Let people know. Hey, Howard, read it. Go ahead, read it.
It's this text that Howard passed to me. It says, "Hey, Howard, bring your boy a wife back from China, please."
I see. I don't know whether or not you can.
Why does he? Excuse me, Howard. My question, Howard, who's your boy, Howard? Who is your boy?
I have no idea who this is. You all need to stop, right?
But anyway, good morning, or good afternoon, Bahamas. Howard, that's fair. But why should you bring him a wife when he could go and
go get one himself?
Okay, you see, so
I might stay. My God,
but he could go and get himself one. He could go pick, choose, and refuse. But back to what Omar was saying, when I first went there, excuse me, I was blown away.
20 years ago.
20 years, I was really blown away. The phones that they had, I've never seen before. The gadgets that they had, I've never seen before.
That's crazy what you're saying right now. When you say the phones that they had, you've never seen before.
No.
20 years ago, we weren't even online the way that we are.
No.
With internet, telephone, so forth and so on. And they still was advanced. That's what you're saying.
Yes. I bought back, my wife going to give it away. I'm pretty still upset it up when I think about it. I bought back the first TV internet TV. I had an internet TV that was a laptop television. And when I saw that, I had to have it.
And you bought it right away?
Yeah, I bought it. I got a sample. I got a sample of it, and I was blown away by the stuff. When me and Omar went to China, and every year we go, coming towards the Christmas part of it, and that's what I love so much. His kids and my kids would brag to their friends of the gadgets that they have that nobody has, and did not come to the U.S. 2-3 years later. I remember when I came back with the MP3 player, and I put it in my store, at a little store right where the old Chicken Unlimited was on Market Street, and I came on the radio too, pronouncing the MP3. They said, "What am I talking about?"
Nobody understood it.
But you download music onto it and you listen to it.
Steve hadn't even done the whole thing with the turtleneck yet. He didn't talk about nothing yet.
Also, with the with that, I had the iBible. I was the first person that brought
iBible?
iBible. So if you're in church, and now you get it on your phone now, but I was selling the iBible at the time. I brought in about 100 of them, and they sold like hotcakes. They put an ad in the paper, The Guardian, and they sell like hotcakes. What you need to do is just punch in John 3 and 16, and
this is what I say. This is what I say. What I say is that a lot of persons don't know. I think you got to be able to open up your mind to this very clear understanding that though you're in business and let's say you're selling chicken or let's say you're selling, apparel, whatever that thing is, if you are entrepreneurial in your spirit and in your mind, if the base of what you're doing is entrepreneurialism and you want to be able to expand, China's the place that you want to be able to be. Talk to me about it.
Absolutely.
China's the place that you want to go.
Absolutely, because what happens is that it gives
it's going to open you right up.
It gives you the price point that nobody can beat. Because China is the factory of the world, and that's what they advertise, and that's the truth. So you get there and you see these ridiculous prices that you can't believe.
Yeah.
Because our concept for this side of the Atlantic, we know prices that are in North America.
Yeah.
And when we compare North American prices, what we get here in the Bahamas or what Americans get in the States, when you go to China and you see those prices, it's unbelievable. And so it is incredible. It gives you opportunities to make margins on your products, on your business. If you have a store, your margins will go maybe from about 30%, 40% to over 100%. And these are the possibilities.
Yeah.
And it's just so many things to choose from. There is just your mind.
Every time I hear from y'all, every single time I sit with y'all, I think about expansion for your business. I don't know why, but I think about expansion for your business. Because a lot of persons are sitting down listening to you right now and thinking this as a vacation. Anytime we get off this little rock, there's this sort of an idea that we just go in to see. Not going to participate, not going to bring back, going to see. And I believe that these kind of conversations accompanied with face-on, hand-to-hand sort of a combat and let people know you have to change your mind about business is another stream for persons to be able to understand the importance of why this is happening.
Albert, let me just tell you this, Albert. And you may, I know you're going to believe me because, I shoot straight. Young lady went on a trip with us. And I took the time out, took her back to the trade show, spent half of the day with her, just walking with her, showing her the ropes. Now, she was there for almost a week. But through the hustle and bustling, when we done get everybody settled in, we take them different places, say this way you could eat, take them. So, and then everybody just branch off on their own because what we found out is this, Howard, it's best that we do what we do now because we learned from mistakes. It don't make no sense 20 of us, 10 of us, following, 5 following me and 5 following Omar. What you going to get out of that? You're not going to get anything out of that. So what we do is when we take you to the trade shows, we tell you, let's meet back here at a certain time. We mark out where we need to be. So you go and do what you got to do. I don't need to know what you're doing. Because what it's going to do is going to take away the time.
So people want you to hold their hand?
That's what we did when we first did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we just put you there.
That could be exhausting.
It is exhausting. So now I went back with her. This young lady went to find out if she could find somebody to accommodate her with a book, Howard. And we walk through the educational part of it. And now she's sending the information to China, and her book should be out very soon. You see?
That's amazing.
At a fraction of the cost that she would have to spend
locally.
Or if she went the Amazon route, you can send your book and they'll make it on demand. But the margins that you get, it's much smaller.
And they work with her. They are working with her. I just saw her the other day going to the
bank. To Chinese?
Well, if she wants to see when you deal with big companies like that,
because that's a big market.
Yeah, but see, what she's doing it for is English right now. Mm-hmm. That's what she's doing. I just booked on the bind the other day, and she keeps telling me, "Oh, Mr. Bullard, I do appreciate you. I just love the time that you spent with me and took me back on the last day before we came back home and channeled me and let me know what I needed to do to get what I need to get."
So she's locked in.
She's locked in. Let me give you another example. While me and her were walking, I would, thank God I don't have a weak card. You see Jurassic Park? You watch Jurassic Park?
Mm-hmm.
we went there and we were walking, and all of a sudden the dinosaur they jumped out at me, like in Jurassic Park. I can show you the videos.
Really?
These, if you want to put a theme park together, you could put a theme park together
In China.
in China. You could put a theme park here.
And bring it home.
Bring it home and put your theme park together, and you could put it in a way where, set it up in a way where you could have Bahamians and people who come to the cruise ship could come to your theme park, because some of them probably, but some of them
This is what I
have
like.
been to Walt Disney, and some of them have not. So
This
then,
is
you
what I
could, then you
like.
could come to the Bahamas and see
Have this experience.
this experience where you walk in, the dinosaur jumps out at you.
This is what I
and
like.
running behind you and all that sort of stuff. I remember a time when me, a long time ago, we went years ago, and we all went and jumped on this electric scooter. And Omar, I think he's the bomb on scooters. I'm serious. So he jumped on it first. And a couple of us jumped
Oh,
on
so he got one now.
Yeah, he got one.
You sure? I see all the videos. Is him and his mother driving up and down, and so forth and so on, being able to pick up things, whooshing through and sweeping through traffic and whatnot.
Yeah.
This is how you move.
Listen. What's
This
going
how you
on?
move.
What's going on in China, Howard? Right now, China's always ahead. Right now, the Chinese now are moving quickly to get away from fossil fuels.
Yes, they are.
And instead of spending the whole day, listen, he and I had an appointment at the bank yesterday in Carmichael Road. Something happened, and it was a mess trying to get out of Carmichael Road.
Somebody texted me yesterday and said that don't go on Milo Butler South.
Yes, I was stuck out there for about an hour. Yeah.
Wow.
So basically, if I was on my electric scooter,
I asked him, did you come?
he asked me, I came on because I have an electric scooter here.
Oh, you got one here too? Okay.
Yeah. I have one here too. And if I had come on that, I would have been out of there in probably about 10, 15 minutes. So, but the thing what we're trying to say is that in China is way ahead, and there's so many opportunities. Whether it's electronics,
whatever.
If you are ready to go in business for yourself, China is the place that you must go, because whatever it is you want to provide to your customers, it's there at a cheaper cost.
Yeah.
If you want to retire, if you're working for somebody, you're working for a company for 15, 20 years, and you say, listen, I don't want to answer to the man, China's the place to start. It is just so easy. It is just so easy. And the shipping is just easy. We know all the information. If you want your products to get from there, we do that for you. So there is just no excuse. If you are tired of being on the treadmill, of just waking up, going to that job, or whatever the case may be, and you want to change, China's the place to go. It will change your life.
Somebody texted and said, "This is a good show, Howard. I watch a lot of the Chinese ads on video, Instagram, and they have a lot of awesome gadgets. And I desire. I'm sorry. Is that it says, my question is, if I can't afford to do the round trip ticket, is there any way to purchase that stuff with your guests and being able to see the trade show virtually?"
Well, during COVID, they did have a virtual show, but it's not virtual anymore.
No.
However, if you want to purchase stuff in China, you can. If you give me a call with the numbers, we're going to give the numbers. For me, it's 427-0930. It's Omar Smith, and for Lorenzo Bullard, it's
455-9978. 455-9978.
Yeah, but beyond calling you guys, I think it's time for us to be able to have this kind of a conversation. We've introduced you to this concept like you always do at this particular time. We've introduced you to the concept of China, the possibilities that exist there. Once you're not confined to this sort of a myopic view of what can happen, there are opportunities that exist for you to be able to get down there this April. When can they come and sit down with you and kind of, set this up? They got the money burning a hole in their pocket. They just get paid on the 29th. Talk to me.
Don't let it burn the hole. We're leaving on April 15th and coming back on May 2nd of this year. So get yourself together. Make this trip. This is an amazing trip. We have meetings. We're going to have a meeting tonight at Fusion Superflex. What time is it?
7.
At 7 o'clock this evening. So come out there and get more information. There's just so much more information we're going to share with you, and we will assist you in making this trip and being able to change your life. Because the experience in China, we take you to a few cities, we take you to markets. Listen, it's going to be, if we can show you the amount of people who have benefited from this trip, it's just incredible. So we invite you to come and join us and take advantage of this opportunity.
This is exciting stuff. Go ahead.
One of the things I find to be very, very strange is that, you want to poke your head out of the hole, but you're afraid that the lawnmower may cut it off. Because I'm misusing that metaphor, but you got to stick your head out of the hole. You have to, because, I mean, me or Omar, it's not knocking this person. Me or Omar purchasing stuff from you and going on there, it isn't feasible to me. When I say feasible, let me use the word feasible. It's not going to be you there, touching, feeling, and getting to know your client, the client that you're dealing with, who you're going to be buying from. One of the things China strives on, I wish you'd come.
You brought up again, Lorenzo?
Sir,
Yeah,
thank
seriously.
you.
No, I wish you that, because you would have seen when you sit down with the Chinese in China to do business, it's tea and business. They love to see you as an individual sitting down with them doing business.
That's an old world way of being able to do
Yes.
things, but that traditional approach of being able to do business like that is always one of the things that is steadfast.
Yes.
Once you could be able to have a relationship, I think that's the one thing that it remains constant the world over. Relationships gives you access and the opportunities for you to be able to continue to climb. Guys, I want to thank you for this, man. I don't know whether or not I could be able to make it this go round in April. I'd like to, but we're doing a lot of things. I tell you, my boy going off, so forth and so on, so I got to get some stuff straight, right? So, but I'm grateful for this. I want you guys to be able to come out tonight. Fusion at 7 p.m. tonight. You got to give him a call. Give Omar a call at 427-0930, 427-0930, or call Lorenzo at 455-9978, 455-9978. They're going to China this year. It's going to be for the April Spring Trade Fair right down there in, is it Guangzhou?
Guangzhou.
In Guangzhou. They got everything laid out for you. April 15th to May 2nd. Come down here, find out more about it. And to add to what Lorenzo said, it actually diminishes the expansion that you expect to have. It diminishes this position. This isn't Amazon. This isn't you just getting something from eBay. This is an experience that could change your life. You want to be able to go down to China and find out exactly what's what. Touch these things. See, feel, touch. And allow those particular senses to be engaged so you can make some significant moves for the rest of your life.
Oh, there's a product that I'm ordering out of China. You're going to see it when it reaches. It's going to make me millions.
Listen, that's the important thing.
Millions. Millions.
You got to come see it, because everything that you would imagine, and
Every home needs it. Every home needs it.
My God.
and they will make what you have in your imagination.
Yes.
If you have a design that you want, any kind of a gadget, any engineered product, they can make it. We'll put you in contact with the people who do it for you.
Well, guys, that's the
Come on
1
down.
o'clock hour. You got to be able to come and check them out tonight. You got all the information. I'll talk to you about it when we get to the other side. We're here with none other than these great guys who's going down to China, Omar and Lorenzo. You want to give them a call to find out more about China. Let's take this quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Get to news and be right back after this.
Creativity is in my blood. From shoes to handbags, fashion lets me express myself and embody Bahamian culture. My name is Aidan Barrow, and I am the creative director of House of Assembly. Alive's Liberty Prime Plan allows me to focus on my passion and stay connected, whether at home or abroad. Once I've created something new, I can post to social media from anywhere and get instant feedback. Alive has a plan for everyone, and it's created with you in mind. Alive, believe in best.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
This is the Guardian News Network afternoon report for the 1 o'clock hour. Good afternoon, I'm Chester Robards. Here's what's topping news. The stage is set for the development of a creative and performing arts school in the Bahamas. That school will be called the Bahamas Creative and Performing Arts School, affectionately known as CAPAS. The consultation for the school began yesterday during a ceremony to unveil the concept. Now there needs to be buy-in. Here's what Policy and Communications Advisor at the Office of the Prime Minister, Ian Poitier, said yesterday.
The new Creative and Performing Arts School in the Bahamas. As Minister said, it's been a long-held dream. We've wanted this. Everybody in the creative industries, everybody in the performing arts knows how much this can help. Talent gets you so far. If you want a career, if you need to be able to do 8 shows a week, you need to have some sustainable craft. And that's where the Performing Arts School comes in. So what are we proposing? I have to do it myself. What are we proposing? A conservatory, as opposed to a liberal arts establishment. What does that mean? It's a place where the skills themselves are taught. You won't be able to learn French or maths at this school, but you will learn singing and acting and dancing and so on.
Poitier said this school will position itself to be one of the best performing arts schools in the world. While he did not mention a cost for the school, he said potential sponsorships have already begun to be pledged.
We want the best international accreditation, and we've got to be the best in order to earn that. And we have already started to form significant partnerships with the top schools and other establishments and businesses related to this field around the world. I have to tell you, the Bahamas means something. When you say this is what we're doing in the Bahamas, people sit up. People want to help. People lean forward, they lean in. Already we're having some offers of sponsorships and potential offers, which come purely on the fact that we're doing this in the Bahamas. People want to see us succeed.
And what can it mean for the country economically? Take a listen to what Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkitis had to say.
Commercialization of creativity is at the heart of the orange economy. Cultural industries represent a positive and promising fiscal stimulus for our country, as the orange economy is ever evolving and diverse in its own right, spanning the arts, communications, cuisine, and digital enterprises. Of the more than 16 sectors which comprise the orange economy, however, performing arts promises to have the most productive and catalyzing impact for the domestic economy. In training a new generation of artists, performers, and cultural entrepreneurs, we raise both the volume and caliber of our human resources in the Bahamas, maximizing our chances of success. Many small island developing states rely on the export of labor and attendant remittances to drive their economies. As far as possible, we want to avoid contributing to the trend of brain drain. The Creative and Performing Arts School will be a key aid in this regard. Indeed, the school will play a major role in keeping our talent and, in turn, cash flows in country.
If all goes well, government hopes to have the school opened by 2026. Police are continuing to investigate a shooting incident that left a woman dead. According to police, shortly after 7 p.m. last night, the victims were socializing outside of a bar on Ragged Island Street when the occupants of a blue Japanese vehicle approached them and shot them. Unfortunately, one of those women, a 39-year-old who was shot multiple times, died at the scene. Emergency medical services transported the other woman, a 40-year-old, to hospital for a gunshot wound to her leg, and the man, who they say is 36, was treated for a gunshot wound to his forearm. Police say both victims are in stable condition. They are appealing to members of the public who may have any information on this incident to contact 919-911, the Criminal Investigation Department at 502-9991, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. And police are also investigating a traffic accident involving a police officer. They say that officer was conducting a traffic stop on Sir Milo Butler Highway yesterday afternoon when he was struck by another passing vehicle. That impact resulted in the officer receiving serious injuries. That officer is currently in critical condition. Police say their serious accident reconstruction team from the traffic division is investigating this incident. Well, the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation is engaged in talks with Margaritaville at Sea. That cruise line stopped its option to cruise from Grand Bahama to Florida and back, which was a popular option for Grand Bahamians. Tourism said in a statement yesterday, quote, "We advise the public that the Ministry of Tourism, Investment and Aviation is actively engaged with Margaritaville at Sea to reverse its recent policy change that does not allow originating a trip from Freeport, Grand Bahama to Florida. We have emphasized to Margaritaville at Sea that this is an essential service to the way of life of residents of Grand Bahama Island." End quote. The cruise line was once known as Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, but was sold and developed into Margaritaville's first cruise line option in 2022. The ministry said it will keep the public apprised of its progress with Margaritaville at Sea. That's your news for the 1 o'clock hour. I'm Chester Robards. Stay tuned for updates every hour on the hour, and be sure to follow the Nassau Guardian online and on social media for breaking news. AP News is up next.
I'm Ed Donahue with an AP News Minute. Attacks in the Red Sea continue.
Houthi rebels have fired 2 ballistic missiles at a Liberian-flagged container ship in the Red Sea, according to a U.S. defense official. The attack is the largest so far by the rebels, as America launches airstrikes targeting them. The U.S. defense official identified the targeted container ship as the Koi. Since November, the rebels have repeatedly targeted ships in the Red Sea over Israel's offensive in Gaza against Hamas. British military officials said the attack happened west of the Yemeni port city of Hodeidah and that both the crew and vessel were safe. I'm Karen Shemas.
France's 2 major farmers' unions announced they would lift countrywide blockades shortly after the Prime Minister introduced new measures aimed at protecting their livelihoods that they described as tangible progress. However, farmer activists who have snarled traffic along major highways around Paris say they will stay put for at least another day. I'm Ed Donahue.
At Wendy's, we are different. We don't just use beef. It's fresh, never frozen. Our burgers are square because we never cut corners. Served hot off the grill with fresh lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and American cheese. We believe in fast food done right. Always serving fresh, never frozen beef. Order a hot, juicy Dave single, double, or triple. Made with fresh, never frozen beef. Now only at Wendy's. Different inside and out.
Great news! Ron's Electric Motors' new location on Cowpen Road, right next to Island Luck, is open Saturdays and Sundays. So for those needing repairs on electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools, Ron's Cowpen Road location can have you up and running on weekends. Don't forget, you can still visit Ron's Electric Motors on Wolf Road and Claridge Road, and now Ron's new location on Cowpen Road. Dial 356-0249 or 323-5267.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. The foundation. The foundation. The foundation.
Welcome to the Foundation Customer Service segment. Today, we dive deep into the heart of customer service. We invite you to call in and share your stories of exceptional customer service experiences, as well as those that left you expecting a little bit more. Remember, we're keeping this conversation anonymous, so no need to mention any names. Let's explore together how stellar customer service can shift our outlook as a community. Your insights are valuable, and together we can strive for excellence in every interaction. Join us as we aim to get back on track and move this country forward, upward, onward, and together, one customer at a time. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant and your company. Welcome to our new segment. Do we do this? Do you have the thing? You know what? Sometimes we're provoked into sort of a space to talk about some things. I want to use the last 30 minutes today. I want to kind of introduce for an hour the last 30 minutes of the show every time we do it on Thursday to give you some customer service training, some individuals, some persons to be able to come in to give you some tips and tricks and so forth and so on to be able to ensure that you can satisfy. But today, I want to kind of introduce this concept to you. I want to be as decent as possible as I do that. I know it's very difficult for you to be able to hear about the lackadaisical approach to customer service or this kind of an indifference that persons take when you paying them your good, decent money. I want to hear your stories and talk about these particular things. I want to be as decent as possible. Y'all know I try to. I don't need to hear nobody name. Don't give me the people name. Remember, these people got to feed their family. It's just that we need to prick their consciousness to know that people are swayed as to whether or not they're coming back to your business or they're going to stay far off. The one thing that we know that remains constant and a consistent thing in our society is that bad news travels fast. Don't allow your business to be able to carry the weight of bad news. We've heard enough of it. We started this kind of a conversation yesterday with my very good friend, Garth Roseborough, being able to talk about these things. And a lot of persons were calling us more specifically, and I want to be decent. I could say road traffic department. We're not talking about individuals. This is a government entity. I think across the board, we understand that we could be able to utilize a great deal of strength in certain areas. Let's talk. Let's be decent. Let's talk about these things. I got a call this morning and says, Howard, listen, I want to be very clear with you. A lot of persons are putting a lot of heat on the minister, who's JoBeth Colby, in this particular capacity to indicate that she hasn't done what she's supposed to do in the road traffic department, but that's not so. From an administrative standpoint, from a position standpoint, there was supposed to be a transition that happened 2 weeks ago. Y'all are putting a lot of heat on JoBeth Colby, but this transition that was supposed to happen 2 weeks ago or so did not happen as a result of the major players involved. This is a call that I got this morning. So I don't know whether or not we're levying the heaping, hot coals on the heads of ministers and those persons at the helm and position that, we want resolution. But, maybe sometimes we're not necessarily directed in the right place. I want to give you that time today. I want to give you a little chance today to be able to talk about these things and see whether or not we're on the same page as it relates to customer service. Customer service in this country is lackluster. I want to be as decent as I say this. In the private sector, in the public sector, in the government sector, in your church, my God, the only places we could see productivity is with your NGOs. My God, I just want to be very decent as I say this. Yesterday, there was this conversation that I introduced to you, and I really wrestled with it. I wrestled with it because this is a relationship that I've had for the past 12 years. A relationship that I cherish here in Nassau because, your barber, he becomes your friend. Right? I guess in some translations you would hear, you want a friend that's closer than the barber. Not necessarily your brother. You want a friend that's closer than the barber. Yeah, because men use this sort of a time as therapy. This is a therapeutic time for a lot of men to kind of sit down in a space that you're not necessarily being judged. There's no condescension here. There's no superiority here. There only exists neutrality. That's it. That's what the barbershop represents. Neutrality. Now, there is this new model that's kind of emerging. And I think it's being brought forth by this instant gratification generation. They want bookings, they want appointments, everybody busy, I won't get in, I won't get out. It's sort of an introvert concept, and you don't want to be able to participate in the community that is the barbershop. All right? For far too long, we knew that the motto was associated with walk in, wait. Find out who's the last person, you after that person. That has been the motto that we've actually been accustomed to for a very long time. This new concept and idea of booking, you can't knock it. No one's knocking that. But if you are traditionally in your position as a walk-in, my God, you got to introduce your old customers to this new concept. And dare I say, give them leeway to be able to find themselves in the proper position. Can I say that? Can I say that? I want to say that to you. This is no condescension and no one's better than the other, but I think all of us can be able to learn a little from this. Because I expect to hear some calls and say, man, how would I walk in the government office and the woman was eating stew fish in the lobby area? Why are you doing that, man? Howard, I was trying to talk to this woman in the bank and she was chewing gum like a horse. Why are you doing that? And then I'd like to get into some conversations with you as to whether or not you believe that this is a European concept. This lackluster and this sort of a casual approach to being able to deal with customers because it's familiar, is it accepted? I don't think it is. What can we do? This is the question. What can we do to ensure that we raise the bar of customer service locally? I want to be able to give you that opportunity to be able to have these conversations with me and talk about how we can fix customer service, which could eventually fix our community. Give me a call today, guys. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Anywhere from the Family Violence, 242-300, 5720, 242-300, 5720, or hit me up, 422-4796. I see this phone ringing. Who's this? There's a call on the line for me. Call on the line with this live. Go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Howard. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, sir. How you doing?
You know you're the number one talk show, but Mr. Howard,
praise God.
Could I give you
hit me with the customer service? Yeah, go ahead. Hit me with the customer service.
You don't answer the phone, Howard. That's nearly 31 minutes.
You couldn't call me 31 minutes ago.
I tell the first time when I called, it was 15
but
minutes.
I don't take no telephone calls.
Hold on, Howard. It's 6 minutes. If you could monitor the phone better, you'll have more calls than any talk show in this country.
Okay, let me say this. Let's fix this now.
On
Thursdays,
you should have said you wasn't taking no calls
I don't take calls on Thursdays. This is the first time that we open up the lines on this segment. Thursday's a small business. You let the people come and say what they got to say for their business, and then we get out.
Okay, but I didn't really know that part. Listen,
don't fight me. I appreciate
Mr. Howard.
Yes, sir.
If it is a positive service I get, I could call the names of the place.
Yeah, man. I think you should.
Okay. Block. That's Body Logic on Carmichael Road. You know where Ross Davis Church is?
Yes.
That it's an all organic place right there. And let me tell you, excellent service. And then another one, Healthy Lifestyle on East Street. Excellent service that I get from those people there in the restaurants. I mean, it's top notch. And one more thing, Howard, I guess I stray off a little bit. When you had your man on earlier, the first one, when he's talking about getting these tests and stuff. But if you married and you're faithful, you don't got to worry about taking no STD and all of those. And then when they talk about AIDS, checkup, know your status, if you're faithful and committed, you don't got to worry about that. You don't have to. But now, if you're running around and scheming around, you need to go get your test. Because I've been married now, going 37 years.
And you ain't never had to take no tests.
I don't have what? Never.
You ain't had no extra cough, that little rumble at the bottom of your cough. No. You're good.
I don't have to worry about it.
Praise God.
And a lot of people, they scared husband and wives, they have to go take tests.
They better go take tests.
Because they scheming around.
My God.
And which shouldn't be. You're married.
My God. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate your telephone call, man. Thank you so much. And you give me some constructive criticism. You tell me I wait on the line too long. No, man, on Thursdays. Thursdays is normally the day that we allow whoever comes in the studio to kind of run with their thing, right? They give you their numbers. You can call them, right? So don't fight me. Thursdays is the day that we afford persons to be able to do that. But I accept your position. I take that, and I understand we'll be able to make modifications and continue to be able to move forward with that. Now, guys, I want to be as decent as possible as we do this now. You ain't come out here to give advertisements to your business. That ain't what it is. You ain't come out here to call me and say, hey, this place is excellent. No. You got to give me a specific story, very short story, about how this service was superb, how this service was better than another space that you've been to, how this service could you be able to convince us and make us to understand, because I want to grade these places now. I want to grade these places. There's, in Miami Beach right now, if you want to be able to walk up to a restaurant on the beach, so forth and so on, there's a small grade. And in a lot of major cities in the United States of America, you can look in the window and you see A, B, C, D, whatever you see in the window, right? And this is the grade the health officials afford these particular grades. And then you can also go on TripAdvisor and all these other spaces to find out who has the best food, so forth and so on. That's what we want to do here. We're not only here to kind of denigrate someone and bring them down, or just to identify someone and try to be able to, perk them up as it relates to marketing and advertisement. We need to understand what separates you from the services that's rendered, the regular services that we see in society. What separates you? What gives you that sort of a, hand up, that leg up in service for us to be able to say, well, I got to check this out. Maybe your food might not be the best, but my God, that woman could smile. I'll give you an example. The other morning, I didn't want to go to a fast food restaurant for the kids. I don't like to give them the little burger stuff, things like that in the morning. I don't think it lasts with them for the entire day. It's just me as old people, children. I went to shut him out and eat. My son had to go rush down and get his visa, normally because we're not normally on this side, right? But I've always heard great things about Shut Him Out and is that the restaurant? Shut Up and Eat, or Shut Him Out and Eat, or something like that, right? This is on Fleming Street, right? Just a little cut there. How would I know about these places? I tell you from 8 Mile Rock, we can find these places. So I went there because years ago I've always known about them. And when it comes to being able to give, good grits, and they got grits in it, they got grits in tuna, whatever you want, whatever the children want. They normally like grits and tuna, right? My kids. And so I didn't want to give them, fast food stuff. I went there, and the lady who served me, she said, good morning, how you doing this morning? I just want you to have an excellent day. Thank you so much for being able to choose us. You didn't have to choose us, and we regret. She went through that whole kind of a spiel. She didn't have to tell me all that. Don't just give me this food and let me go, right? But to say that, it left a lasting impression with me. And this is the separation in customer service. I don't care if you're selling food on the side of the road. This is the separation in customer service. People now forge a relationship with you, and they don't think about anybody else other than you when it comes to those particular things. So this is the type of thing that we want to talk about. The lines are open. Guys, go right ahead. Give me the next telephone call. Go ahead.
All right.
My brother.
I'm happy you opened the lines today.
Praise
See how
God.
long you take to come to me?
My God, you all can fight me, eh? I can't. Okay.
I am calling today because I talking to the man in the mirror. That's you.
Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
asking you to change your ways.
Yes, okay. Michael Jackson, go ahead.
Take a look at yourself and make a change.
I will make a change, all right? Did Quincy write that for you? You did the stuff. Go ahead.
Listen, what I really call the last caller, but I know him. I know he's a fitness guru. And he's this and that. And he said he take a test in a bunch of years, which I agree with him to a certain extent. Because anytime there are two of you, I don't care how faithful you might think the other one is,
My God.
you ain't gonna ever know exactly what they're doing. So if you gotta go take a test, take that. You understand me? Just hope you come out negative. Like I took a couple today and they come out negative in preparation to go abroad. But don't ever say because you feel safe within yourself, the next person ain't doing nothing. How we talking?
I'm not gonna fight you. Go ahead. I know what
That's all I call to say. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, I said it on Naughty Show. I was supposed to call what's his name this morning? Not Dwight, the other one. What the other fellow name?
CA?
Aaron Green and
CA Nuri.
CA, it's supposed to call CA Nuri. And to reiterate that I was asking for some donations on the 19th of December. Well, unfortunately, I didn't make it because of the logistics wasn't in place. So I'm talking to all the people out there that I asked to donate a little something, which I appreciate. Thank you all. But I finally got all of the stuff, PMH, finally get their stuff together and send my medical records this week. And then today I had to go and take some other tests to forward. So I'll be leaving for the eye doctor on the...
Where you going, to Cuba?
No, I'm going to Miami.
Oh, you're going to Miami.
Obama.
Okay.
I'll be leaving on the 5th. I just want to donate this, and those who had it in their heart and couldn't do it, to know just an update that I leave on Monday for the initial eye wake examination. So I just want to let everybody know, you must remain above board.
Let people know what you're doing with the money.
Yeah. When you ask people for money, because you got fame, it's funny. Oh, I ain't not for me. You take that money and go on the island. You know what I mean?
You can't buy a new shoes after people give you money. My God, what are they doing with my money?
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
But my itinerary is in. The tickets are bought and stuff. Me and my sons, two of my sons go in with me. Because after 1 day or 2 days, I can't see nothing.
My God.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I just want to update and let everybody know. Thank you very much.
All right, my brother. Well, all the absolute best to you, and I pray God's traveling mercies with you. You come back healthy and strong, and be able to see those things. Amen.
I hope you pray. I hope you pray for me, because you could pray long. That'd be a long prayer.
You need to stop. See you later. Have a good time, eh? Enjoy yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, the lines are open. I'm looking for, somebody sent it to me the other day, and I want to be able to play it for you guys. Someone sent it to me again. If you're listening in, 827-0111, 827-0111. I'm swimming up and down to my phone trying to find that. There was this lady that actually went to the road traffic department, right? 827-0111. You know what I'm talking about. I think she was wearing a red something. And she started to talk about her service. She was extremely articulate. She was poised, but she was frustrated. You could hear that kind of a subtle undertone to see that, after we continue to render all of our monies, all of our positions, you ain't gonna see me. You don't see me every week. But when you see me, my God, you got to be able to deal with me so long. Someone send that to me so we can be able to play that over the radio so you guys can be able to hear. This is what this is about. This is what this is about. Sometimes the one thing in our country that a lot of persons respond to, right, is shame. Can I say that? The one thing that's a constant that persons would respond to in this country is shame. And I want to talk about it with you. All right? I don't want to shame them as it relates to being able to bring their names to the forefront. But the fact of the matter is that you can do better. My God, you could do better. I remember one time I made a call in Grand Bahama to a certain individual as it relates to some businesses, what was happening, and some stories. This was people in media. And I made a call to these people and I said, hey, listen, this is where the real story exists. Why would you do this particular story? And they were working for, a particular company. Let's be as decent as possible when we say this. And they said, well, how would you know? I have to take directive. I can't just do what they say. There is no autonomy to do your real job in this country. We started to talk about this. All right? So you're squeezed on one end of this paradigm. On one side, there is the rock of corruption. And on the other side, there is the rock of victimization. My God, where you can go? Where you can go? And now that we hear persons saying that, well, we don't need the freedom of information, we don't need this, we don't need that, where do we go for relief in this country? Where do we go to be able to speak our piece in this country? I don't believe pent-up anger, frustration, this sort of a lackadaisical posture that exists in our society can all be explained with one X. I don't believe that. Because the X only can bring in one government, one administration from another, one political organization to another. It doesn't change the system. You got pent-up anger and frustration because someone ain't do something. This administration lackadaisical, laid back, things ain't happening. You're not utilizing technology. What happened to inland revenue? What happened to road traffic department? And so all these things compile compiled, you make a determination that I'm not supporting these people no more. But that's not the answer. That's not the answer. And it is proven not to be the answer over the past 22 years. It has proven to us that moving one administration out and putting another in doesn't do anything to shift the system. Let's have good conversations about being able to change the system. When we get back, I want you to hear this little commercial. This is our customer service segment we're being anonymous. You ain't out here calling nobody business name, but you're going to give us a description, whether positive or whether what you conceive or consider negative, to talk about how we could develop customer service and really strengthen that as we move forward. Quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be right back after this.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation.
Burger King Nassau gives you everything you love in a Whopper, plus more, with the new Texas Double Whopper. Sink your teeth into 2 juicy quarter-pound flame-grilled patties, delicious bacon sliced jalapenos, yellow mustard melted cheese, plus all the fixings you love, served on a soft sesame seed bun. Try it in a classic combo with fries and a drink at any of our 7 locations. But hurry, because the new Texas Double Whopper is only available for a limited time, and only at Burger King Nassau.
At Wendy's, we are different. We don't just use beef. It's fresh, never frozen. Our burgers are square because we never cut corners. Served hot off the grill with fresh lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and American cheese. We believe in fast food done right. Always serving fresh, never frozen beef. Order a hot, juicy Dave single, double, or triple. Made with fresh, never frozen beef. Now only at Wendy's. Inside and out.
Great news! Ron's Electric Motors' new location on Cow Road, right next to Island Luck, is open Saturdays and Sundays. So for those needing repairs on electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools, Ron's Cowpen Road location can have you up and running on weekends. Don't forget, you can still visit Ron's Electric Motors on Wolf Road and Claridge Road, and now Ron's new location on Cowpen Road, 56-0249 or 323-5267.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smoke all day.
Foundation.
Happy Monday. Now, this is not the usual type of thing that you would see coming from this platform. However, what I've come to realize is that bad things continue to happen when good people stay silent. And so after my recent encounter at the Road Traffic Department, I've decided to break my silence. Yes, I, Deborah Arose, I'm breaking my silence today because what I experienced at the Road Traffic Department, I don't wish for any of my fellow Bahamian brothers and sisters to have to go through that. Y'all listen to me. I understand that the Road Traffic Department is experiencing challenges because they are short of one of their locations. As you know, the stadium is currently closed. We get that. We understand that. But listen to me. To have to show up there at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock came, 12 o'clock came, 1 o'clock came, 2 o'clock came, and I was still there trying to license a vehicle. Something got to be wrong with that. I'm a store owner. You're trying to tell me that in 2024, it's okay for me to have to close my store for almost 4 hours just to renew the license of a vehicle? Something is fundamentally wrong with that, and I don't care what the situation may be, because unprecedented times calls for strong leadership. By now, the Road Traffic Department should have already increased its human resource capacity at its outlet locations, that being West Bay Street, that being Carmichael. They should have already even sourced out a new location that was temporary, because we've reached the end of a new month, at the end of January. We've come to a point where on the street, the police are left, right, and center, booking people, People need to get their vehicles licensed, and this is what it's taking. The police are on the street trying to make sure persons are not driving without driver's license, and the road traffic department cannot produce you a driver's license within a timely manner because it has to be printed on Grand Bahama and then brought back here to Nassau. There's something fundamentally wrong with it, and the reason why I'm speaking out is because governments are to make the everyday living of its citizens easy, and the ease of doing business in 2024, I am sorry, it is out of the door. And me, as a Bahamian who is paying taxes, who is operating a business in this country, there is no ease of business, and somebody has to say it. We can't continue to sit idly by and just let it happen. Something is fundamentally wrong when you cannot even get your business license renewed because it's taking 2 and 3 hours just to try to reach somebody to reset a password. The Department of Inland Revenue has decided to change their system at a time when 100% of Bahamian-owned businesses need to renew their businesses. So here we are at the end of 2024 having difficulties licensing vehicles, getting a driver's license, getting passports online. Hello, I understand that system and all is not working at its best at this time. We can't get business license. See, I'm not one of those people who need the government to give them a contract or do something so fancy. I just need my everyday living to be easy. I should not have to go through what I went through. Y'all don't know. Today was rough. It came down to the supervisor telling me to get out of her office. It was rough. And I will tell that story another time. But I don't want this message to get mixed up with personalities. I want people to understand that we cannot continue to endure these things and not speak out.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant and your company, The Foundation. We carved out a new segment. I think it's cool. I like it, right? I think it's cool. I think some people are going to cringe as a result of this. I think people are going to hold their breath with this sort of an idea to say, hold on, but you better not call my name. And maybe the social shame would put you in a position to know that we're paying you money. And so I don't always want to be able to levy condemnation upon those particular persons who've been lackadaisical in their approach to being able to deal with decent people. I don't know where you all grow up, most of y'all, not in a bad way. I want to be decent. I know you grow up, I don't know if your grandmother ever tell you this is how you deal with people. But now we're in this posture, you outside your house, you out here in the road. And this is the service that you're rendering to people with an expectation for reciprocity. You want me to pay you for this? My God. Yesterday I started this kind of a story to you, and I wanted to tell you this. I wanted to be as decent as possible as I say this to you, right? Through the course of the conversation that I had with my good friend Garth Roseberry yesterday, it came to the forefront that one of the issues that we're having is service. And there is this sort of a laid-back approach as it relates to how we render service to people. Now, I met a wonderful person yesterday by the name of Miss Wilson. She's going to be coming on with us next week. She gave me this great story of how she started off in the concierge. Now she's opening up her own business, and she's doing this kind of a boat trip that she's going to talk to us about when it comes to Valentine's, right? So this is Valentine's Day. All these persons are doing great stuff. But her story made me to understand her commitment to service. Her story made me to understand that she was really focused on being able to provide superb customer service. She grew in that, and it became a part of her. Now, I want to give you a little principle. I just get preachy sometimes, but don't fight me. This is the preachy part. The principle of this is that, you know, when you say, not my will, but thy will be done, Lord. I don't know whether you have learned or understood that when you yield your will to supremacy, the greater will, and a very clear understanding that there is a larger objective, a greater objective to do these things, automatically, your will becomes a part of the will of divinity. So your entire life is now focused on fulfilling this purpose. My entire life was fulfilling the purpose of superb customer service when I was in the hotel. I took that with me throughout my entire life. This was a part of my upbringing. I took it with me, and I was able to teach a great deal of people as a result of that. So, Ms. Deborah, we definitely feel you on these positions. I don't want to be able to rain holy hell on anyone as it relates to these things, but I know that there's so many people that I can agree with this. Just this morning, they showed me the line wrap around the building at 8:35 at Inland Revenue this morning. There has got to be a better way to do this. COVID-19 is over. Those particular things are done as it relates to those things. It got to be a better way to give efficiency to Bahamian people. To anyone, to Bahamian citizens. There got to be a better way. The lines are open. Please be a part of the conversation with us today. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Anywhere from the family of islands, 242-300-5720. Hit me up, 422-4796. Or you can definitely be able to hit me up on the 827-0111. Caller on the line with us live. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller, you on with us live.
Yes, good day.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good.
You got a little story for us today?
Customer service.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have something I want to say about some good customer service I got.
Okay, Claude, talk to me now.
You want me to talk to you?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Okay.
You can tell me where you get a good customer service.
Okay, I was at Course Right on Saturday past.
Okay.
And I got exceptional customer service from a young man. His name is Tariq Lewin. And normally I would take it a little further. I also got his manager's number so I could write a letter. And what happened, I got my groceries and I also got some storage bins. I got about 4 of them. And they couldn't hold good underneath my trolley, so they were slipping off. And he rushed so it couldn't, slip on anybody else at the store and secure them at the front entrance for me. However, when I got to my car, I said, I didn't get the covers. So he walked back into the store with me and made sure I got them. And then, of course, I forgot something. So he took me straight to where those 3 items were. So I didn't waste any time, and also told me about their specials and what have you and so forth. And I was very pleased with his service. I've never got that service like that because he walked back to my car twice with me.
My God.
And I think what's lacking, organizations and companies do not like to invest in their employees. They need to have some perhaps seminars, workshops, and if there's a staff member who needs to pull up their socks, have a one-on-one with them and let them know what they need to do to improve customer service, because without the customers, they wouldn't get paid.
That's absolutely correct.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yes.
I appreciate
and I tried
you.
getting you yesterday on a different note. I don't know if I could touch on this today. It's
Touch it. Go ahead. I can leave you 2 seconds. Go ahead.
Crime, to a certain extent.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I go ahead and proceed with that
go
today?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to fight you.
Okay. I know there's a message that's coming on the Guardian radio. It has been coming on for a long time now. And it has a very good message in it. However, they need to not name streets Choke Neck Alley, because I think it will work on a young man's subconscious mind to hear that a young man coming up now. We living on a Choke Neck Alley. Let's go there and carry out the name of this street. I feel that needs to change. And I have already documented a letter to send to that person and he's also an advocate of crime. So I think I feel if that street is changed and perhaps take it out of that message, he can perhaps say, I live over the hill. Take that out, because I lived in Camp Road for 22 years of my life, and the slum didn't live in me. I know the message, like I said, is a very good one. Even though you live somewhere, you can make yourself somebody.
You're talking about Bishop now, Bishop Simeon Hall, who said, I'm from Choke Neck Alley.
I didn't want to call it.
Yeah, but everybody know the Bishop there. That's Bishop. Yeah.
I know
appreciate
I know
it.
he's doing a good job, but
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think that needs to stop.
Thank you.
And I said to myself, you mean Guardian Radio? Just have that on religiously every day, and they never thought about that?
I appreciate it. Now, I know a lot of persons are going to call me and say, Howard, choke neck is the concept of bottleneck. It ain't that it's choke neck. It come to a position. This is what they telling me right now. They texting me right now. Howard, it comes to a point.
But think about it. Everybody is not going to think like that. Young men are not going to think like that.
But when the bishop was on with us,
not going to think like that.
When the bishop was on the other day, he said Woods Alley. Didn't he say it's Woods Alley, right? It's Woods Alley. That's what he actually indicated. He didn't even, he said.
Woods? No, I didn't. That was a different message.
No, when he came on to talk about his rally that he was doing, he said, this is the area.
Yeah, I heard about Woods Alley. They have the Sunday school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. But you know how people think, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
well, I'll definitely let them know then, because they're listening right now. The producer's yelling at me right now. He can go play some stuff so we can be able to talk about it.
Okay, all right.
I appreciate your telephone call. Thank you much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. I want to be able to shout out to my good, this guy at Cartwright. His name is, she said, Tari Lewin or Loden. Tari Lowen, he's being able to be very good in his particular capacity. And I think it's very important that incentives is a major thing. I want to be very decent with you as I say this. As a manager in the hotel, I understood the importance of incentives. I understood that. I never was condescending to anyone. I always try to be able to kind of lead with my personality and understanding that there is an opportunity for you to be able to go forward. I had one problem with this individual one time. I wouldn't call on him as one problem with this particular individual, right? She always gave me this kind of condescension. Well, who you think you is and where y'all come from and blah, blah, blah. All these things. I only try to do my job here, right? And so everybody else was cool and whatnot. So in the mornings when I come to work, I would get I'd buy food for everyone. And I wouldn't bring her none, right? Not in a bad way, because I knew that she was extremely difficult, right? But I only wanted her to understand that this is not my style. And whilst there are other managers here, my style is not for you to be able to fight me. I want you to be able to participate. When I come on the shift, you know everybody's taken care of. I'm going to be here for 10 hours. Everybody's going to be taken care of. If you give me a difficult time, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a difficult time. And just as I started to kind of do that, for everyone, she said, oh, Mr. Grant, I see that you don't even... I said, no, I didn't know. I thought you didn't want nothing to do with me. Oh, no, Mr. Grant, I said, yeah, but you have to understand my personality. And you have to understand the character that I expect from you. When you come on this shift with me, this is the level I expect you to work at. All right, Mr. Grant, no problem. Boom, best of friends. Best of friends. She get a little sauce, she get a little this, she get a little that. Because I purchased these things. Now, how would I can afford that? And people, no. But anybody who work at hotel know this ain't my money I spent it. Praise God. I'm in management position. And I understand the incentives necessary to ensure that there is productivity. So I'd like to talk to you about that and talk about those things. I see your lines. The lines are definitely lit up as it relates to persons being able to call in. Quick commercial break, guys, and be right back after this.
Foundation. The foundation.
Burger King Nassau gives you everything you love in a Whopper, plus more, with the new Texas Double Whopper. Sink your teeth into 2 juicy quarter-pound flame-grilled patties, delicious bacon, sliced jalapenos, yellow mustard, melted cheese, plus all the fixings you love, served on a soft sesame seed bun. Try it in a classic combo with fries and a drink at any of our 7 locations. But hurry, because the new Texas Double Whopper is only available for a limited time, and only at Burger King Nassau.
Great is thy faithfulness, O God, my Father.
Hello, I'm Simeon Hall. I grew up through a dead-end corner called Chokeneck Alley off Market Street. I dropped out of school in the 5th grade and worked as a carpenter's helper for McAlpine Company. But it was while in the alley I discovered my life's calling was to preach the gospel. A Catholic nun at Aquinas night classes inspired me when she told the class that we all were made in God's image. It's a long way from Chokeneck Alley to preaching throughout the Bahamas, the Caribbean, and all the inhabited continents of the world. The circumstances of your birth need not dictate what you can do or where you can go in this life. Young man, drop your gun. Find your life's highest purpose. Lift yourself from the gutters of crime. Your next crime might lead to your death, and loved ones will have to bury you. Eternity is just ahead. In which section will you spend it? Non-smoking or smoking? Heaven or hell? You are made in God's image. So this week, attend a church of your choice and reconnect with God.
Foundation.
You know my producer had to play that for you, right? It's information that we're in here, and I think it's just, a space that all of us can be able to talk about how we could be able to kind of shave the indifference to get to this kind of an optimal performance. That's just what it is. And I want to be able to use this time to do that, guys. The lines are wide open, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, anywhere from the family violence, 242-300, 5720, or hit me up 422-4796. Howard, good afternoon. The cashier over there at one of the original phone people place in Southwest Plaza. I just want to be as decent as possible as I say this, because they put names in here. I don't want calling people names. You say they need to be listening to this topic today. It will be great if they can get customer service training firsthand, because they are doing their own thing. This is information that's coming out. Says, sounds like she need to petition the government to change the street name if she's so concerned about these things. This is a text that's coming through. Says, buy the producer a drink. LOL. I love the commercial. This buy the producer. Y'all need to stop. So it says, Howard, tell that woman relax and tell her young guys where she was brought up. Look at the decent bishop. Let choke neck Ali remain. It's what you make out of yourself. That's the text that's coming through, right? This is Howard. My business license was submitted on Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. I had the document by 10 p.m. The same evening. I submitted everything the attorney requested. Okay, so that means that there's infractions and inconsistency within the service in those particular areas. It said, to provide some balance, I had a wonderful experience and home improvement business down there on Wolf Road, right? It's on Wolf Road, a home improvement business on Wolf Road, right? The staff was customer focused, friendly, helpful, and went beyond the call of duty to assist me. I ended up returning to that business many times and spending many, many thousands of dollars of my hard-earned dollars to be able to get things done. This is a great text coming through, and you got to shout out FYP. So these are the persons from FYP. They're saying those things, good things about y'all. Now, listen to me. If you hear your business name called in the positive life and you want to be able to give us some shout out and be able to apply yourself or attach yourself to what we do, give me a call, 827-0111, 827-0111. We want to continue to commend you and be able to talk about the customer services that you're offering out here in the city. So we want to be, this ain't all about, like I said, bringing you down. This only started with my good, decent Baba. My good, decent Baba, who was my friend for years. Tell me, Howard, I don't know whether I could cut your hair no more. Why? Are you offended that I said to you, put a number on the wall, let me see who hair you're cutting? Why? Are you offended because I said to you, this model of making bookings and you having walk-ins is difficult for the people who's sitting down? Why are you mad? I don't want to fight you. I only want to know whether or not you could make modifications so all of us could find an opportunity to get our hair cut. Why are you mad? Why are you mad if I say to you, man, listen, Bella, why don't you at least leave Saturday and Sunday for walk-ins and you take your bookings throughout the week? Why are you mad? There's only suggestions. And I didn't have to use my mouth if you had a suggestion box. You'll never know I said that. But you could read it and make modifications accordingly. Let me take this quick telephone call. Caller on the line, go ahead.
Oh, good afternoon, Howard.
Hey, my brother, what's happening?
That lady you made, you talking that could mean anything that is tight.
My God.
But you don't, them boys don't use that word no more. They use strangle. But then you talk anyhow. I go off of that.
Praise
God. You
God.
just need to calm down. I want to thank the people at the gas station on Independence Highway. What the one with the green and white, that other is?
Independence Highway?
Yeah.
Green and white gas station?
Yeah.
I don't know, only BP. I know the big green and white. We ain't got no BP in the Bahamas.
Robust, yeah.
Oh, okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
they always have gas. I mean, they always have air and water. They always have air and water.
That's heavy what you say. How you say it like that is a very clear indication that many places you go don't got no air and water.
Yeah, the only gas station the owner always have water and air for you on the record if you can't start. Any hour. I mean, he allow people to use it big yard. The owner, I want to thank him for providing air for free and water.
Thank you, my brother.
For us.
Thank you, my brother. I do appreciate your contribution.
Yes, all right.
So shouts out to all those persons. See, little things like this matters. And guys, we got to keep this up, all right? So every Thursday, we're going to use this segment. Someone just text me and say, Howard, if the customer service training is necessary, these people need to be able to get the customer service. Hey, listen, I'm going to do this advertisement for you this one time. But you got to come here, sit with me, and let me know about your business and see exactly what's what. Give me a call, 827-0111, 827-0111, to be able to do some things, right? So it says, good afternoon, Howard. Businesses that need effective customer service training, they can WhatsApp me at 429-8106. That's 429-8106 to get the change and training that they need. Right? Customer service can make or break the success or failure of a business. So they want to be able to give them a call in that area, and you give me a call. So we could sit down here with the space of formality and talk about your business. 827-0111, 827-0111. Let's see if we can get one more telephone call in there. Caller, you're on with us live. Go ahead.
Howard, how you do, sir?
I'm good, man.
Good. I want to call about my experience with Mr. Warren Davis doing some work with the center there up in Fox Hill.
Fox Hill Community Center, yes.
Yeah, he is a professional.
Absolutely.
I
agree with you 100%.
Anybody at any time wants to rent a place, they can go and see Mr. Warren Davis. He's hands-on.
And he got good staff.
On-time person.
He got good staff. Georgette Gardner.
On-time person.
My God, Georgette working with him. She's very good also. Praise God.
Yeah.
I just want to be decent. I know that.
But listen to me on this. The woman talking about Mr. Simeon Hall talking about Chokeneck Alley. So what she can say about Balls Alley?
We'll see you later. Hey, have a good day. You have a beautiful day, sir. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, right? I don't think there should be sexual innuendo or violence. The innuendo of violence associated with these particular names. So I just wanted to kind of say that. Someone keep calling me. If you want to call into the show, the number is 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. You keep calling the phone. I'm not going to answer that phone. So give me a call directly on the show. We can do this. Every Thursday, I want to take the time out to identify segments, whether that be positive or whether we conceive it or consider it negative, and lend constructive criticism for growth. This is the foundation, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever we can do with the strength that we have, we got to identify those things, speak truth to power, and watch our community change. No longer can we sit in this kind of a posture and say, well, my God, it is what it is. Let us make it what it should be. Forward, upward, onward, together. This is the foundation.